Welcome to the stream. This is a little lesson in one of the aspects I look at when I am calling people out for cheating or, exploiting a match or modding or whatever. Basically, you gotta look at it from all angles, psychology being one of them, why a person does what they do in regards to cheating, what's their drive, what's their motivation. And, it'll vary, from situation to situation. But like the Street Fighter 5 match I shared this morning, basically the guy, he went in there, he knew what he was doing. He had zero credits or ranked credits, going into the match. He knew how to exploit Ken to a point that he was pro. Now, if he were truly good at the game, and he could beat me as bad as he was, why would he go to the extent of creating a new account just to do that? Now, this is a good player, and he was showing indications of supposedly being good. A good player would not need to create a new account to show skill. So what was the guy doing? The guy was basically he was trolling or exploiting the game for the sake of laughs or giggles, or at least that's what I think. That's one of the alternatives. And one of the points to my little psych class here. But basically, person cheats or mods or gets into a game in such a manner for a select number of reasons. Now, they can create a new account maybe because they want to hide their identity, and they don't want to get trolled for calling out people or making a ruckus online or something. I can understand that. But when it's intentional to a point that they're doing it to actually look good or troll somebody, then it's a different story. And that was what Cosmic Supreme was doing in that match. He was intentionally trying to look good. So, and possibly troll to that extent. Now, some people do it to troll, some people do it to actually try and look good. They do it to try and actually look like they're doing good. There's those two options. You'll see, like, online on YouTube, there are some players who will show what equates to modded map controller use and showing displays of combos in video games without them being on screen or in the view of the camera as the combos are being done. You see, most of the time in these examples you won't hear buttons clicking, showing that it was not a direct recording, and that that they could have just simply ripped off the gameplay footage to look good. But yeah, I'm gonna get into some matches here. Let you see what I see, what I run into when I get into some Injustice 2 matches. Now, be warned, there might be a time when somebody uses some music really loud, because that happens a lot to me lately. Gotta get a decent ping, otherwise I'm gonna struggle through that mess. But gonna let you see hands-on what I see, and maybe it'll enlighten you a little bit. The competitive gaming culture is rather toxic. Like fighting games, FPS, anything competitive online, you'll have toxic community to some extent. Trolls, wannabes, people just to grief people. You know, modders, you know, flaunting their little modding skills, or hackers doing the same, lag switchers.
Aquaman. Bane. Fighters approaching Arkham Asylum. What begin? Bane wins.
Okay, so I saw a little bit of lag in that match, and with his name being Savage Turtle, you know, yeah, kind of iffy, but I don't know. Another thing, the name that goes along with these players, these little cheaters, modders, and whatnot, they go by a sort of what I like to call rule book. You'll see like anime names, you'll see things like Turtle, or you know, Panda, or Ninja, or stuff along those lines. And it's, you know, it's more commonplace than common enough to be a fact.
Aquaman. Bane. Fighters approaching contact. Begin.
No. I see what you're doing, bro. You little cheat. Chip damage. No, he's lag switching it there at the end to get that guaranteed hit. Can't even react enough to get out of the way. He's lag switching it. Yep, there he goes. You saw the lag just yeah. Lag switcher. Ghastly, bro. But if you watched the previous match, probably one of his buddies of the last guy who got in on me with a Bane. So yeah, that's a troll. But yeah, it's the psychology, you know. Freaking what they choose, what they do, and like in a fighting game, for example, like you pay attention to the characters that are being used to troll. Like in this game, like let's see, what Joker isn't used that much, but Aquaman, there's Superman, Supergirl. Supergirl's used a lot to troll. There's lately Sub-Zero's used to troll a lot because the slide is hard to avoid. But you pay attention to that and you'll notice a pattern.
Aquaman. Sub-Zero. Fighters approaching contact.
You fight without passion.
A poor assumption on your part.
You might think so.
Begin. Aquaman wins.
It is frozen up, frozen up. Clicking a button, you can probably hear it. Not let me out of it. Yeah, that was not cool. Okay. Yep. But anyways, the name, character, class, whatever, when it comes to FPS, whatever they choose, whatever they abuse, it's a telltale sign that, Captain Senpai probably gonna get trolled hard here.
Red Hood.
Yeah.
Aquaman. Fighters approaching Metropolis. Begin.
Yeah, there's something off with my reaction time, like, buttons are not coming out as I press them, which points to lag switch.
Failure starts with a fall.
I don't believe in these combos. I don't think they're genuine. My guess is she's got a maps controller.
Feel Poseidon's wrath.
Bork, yep, definitely. Hey, Trouble. Yeah, that was some fishy stuff going on in that. But like I said, name, character. What you have there, the Red Hood is easily exploited character. Captain Senpai, again with the anime trolling, whatnot. Yeah. My button presses, screen, controller to screen, actual actions were delayed, but not for him. He was in the advantage there. So yeah, I was getting borked pretty hard. I just like fluffy kitty. Just hoping nobody turns up their little music like they did yesterday. That would suck.
Captain Cold.
Captain Cold. That's a good choice, actually.
Aquaman.
Let's play fair. Okay, I like that. Like playing fair.
Fighters approaching the Joker's playground.
It's alright. You can stay for as long as you can. It doesn't matter. I appreciate you stopping by, though. So that's pretty cool. Probably gonna get to see me be beat here. Whoa, I feel like a little sluggish here. Like gravity issues.
promise you one limited time.
Yeah, there's something up with the gravity physics here. Yep, there goes the lag. Yeah, this dude's lag switching it. What do you expect from Fluffy Kitty 7708? I'm running right into that. That was my fault. Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. It's not as obvious. I don't know if you guys can see the actual lag happening, but yeah, there was an evident point, you know, in the middle of all that that it actually showed. That's one thing I find hard with proving my point. Like when you upload something, like through the PSN or whatever, like I don't know how it is with the stream. I'm pretty sure it's about the same, but like when you try to upload it as you see it, it doesn't, you know, what you see isn't reflected in what is uploaded, if that makes sense. No. Did you say that guy's name? I don't give a chuck. Oh, trolls. Trolls. But I'm gonna pass up on that and back out a second and let you see my multiplayer setup here. Yeah, I need to do that. Did you upload it to your channel? I'll check that out. I'll look that up. I've been tinkering around with the AI, trying to figure out the perfect setup. And like the game, there's some characters that seem to be favored above others when the matches are presented. And I've been, you know, changing the stats up, trying to perfect the ones for my favorite characters, my level 20 characters, trying to get them to a point that they can win almost every time. You can get like up to 5 golden boxes each day through this. I've already got mine though. But
Harley Quinn, Batman.
Past broadcast part. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. You need to archive that stuff because it'll be lost like within so many days if you don't archive the broadcast. One thing I don't like about Superman's grab, it just seems to get you out of nowhere, like Zangief and Street Fighter. And a lot of the AI Superman's, you see that he exploits that a lot. Is he knows it's a guaranteed hit. Well, he don't know, but like people who use that in the actual ranked or player, they know it's a guaranteed, you know, hit or whatever. that was a foolish thing on my Catwoman's part. Yeah, she's going for overhead every time, and he had it figured out. The
Superman wins.
Talk to you later. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Like, I'll definitely check out your stream. Definitely need to see that. The lag is like horrible in a lot of competitive games. It's just not good. I don't always chalk it off to actual PSN problems. I think to an extent it is PSN, like the updates and whatnot, but I think it's also player inflicted. to a good percent. Like, but yeah, that's my opinion. Boss murder. I didn't even pay attention to the guy's name. Now, with this AI, like, I've noticed some inconsistencies. Like, a character will sometimes act really aggressive
Man, I chunked that one.
in some matchups against some players, AI setup, but in other instances it will like totally back off and just take the damage. Like my Harley Quinn, you know, Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn was like really dominant, like, you know, pre-patch, the last update they did. So I don't know if they're tinkering with the AI or the whatever, but yeah, it's definitely inconsistent. It's not as solid as it should be, considering like the AI settings are static. They don't change mid-match. So yeah, there's definitely something off about how the AI act in certain matchups and situations.
Should I dial it back? Not in my vocabulary.
Now, in the AI, I don't think the armor geared towards doing damage, extra damage to the certain characters or character types, I don't think that counts. This Batman that I've got set up here, it's actually stat-based fully. I took out all the wasted ones with modifiers for you know, for character damage and whatnot. Except for, I think I kept some of the interaction damage perks, because obviously there's some characters that will use the background as a tool to beat you. It's gonna be a close one, and my Batman won. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyways, I hope the audio hasn't been crap. Like this headset is showing some age. Like I uploaded a video to YouTube, did a stream recently. Yeah, the audio was sort of really bad, and I don't know what it is. I think it could have something to do with me hooking it up to my PC and switching it back and forth. I think that could be part of the problem. But yeah, to sum it all up, we're 30 minutes in. There's certain personality characteristics that come along with actually deciphering whether, you know, what somebody's intention is behind their setup account, or their use of, you know, say in an account that looks like it's freshly made. You know, like, you gotta take into account their name. Is it trolling? You know, does it hint at trolling? Does it fall under one of the categories I pointed out? Things like anime, like Itachi and Uchiha are commonplace little troll names. Ninja, bruh, you know, just common sense things. Some not so common, but trendy, I should say. And then there's things like my voice cracked. Dude, I am totally thirsty right now. But anyways, like
Catwoman.
things like characters they choose in game, or loadouts they choose, or
Harley Quinn.
stuff like that, the way they act in game, the way they behave in comparison to, like, you know, different factors, you know, that play into it, like, you know, if they're trolling you, then it's obviously, the fresh account can be taken, as a possible modded account or whatever. People make modded accounts. The purpose is to hide what you're doing. It's not so much to always look, like you've got a better stat or you want to look really good or whatever. Sometimes it's for trolling. Sometimes it's for griefing, and sometimes it's to hide what you're doing in game. So, but there's a lot of different factors to take in when considering person's intention line experience. Not all of it is like technical. Some of it is like socially directed, like trending things, like the griefing and trolling culture. Is big at one point in Call of Duty competitive games. People would do it for the laughs and whatnot, and because it's cool, the end thing or whatever.
A challenge.
And you could tell when they were doing it, they would do teabags, whatever. Do shady things in game just to get on people's nerves. And then there's people that do it because they want to look good, but for whatever reason they can't play pro or they can't they can't play on pro level. They just can't do it, so they cheat. They use map controllers, whatever. They use mods. They use devices that allow them to change how a game is played on their part. But most of it is psychological. There's reasoning behind it. Whatever. But what gets me mad about it all is that as a person who's trying to enjoy the game on a legit level, and I'm not saying I'm a pro, I'm not saying I'm good, I'm not saying I should win every single time, because I know I should lose a lot of time against a lot of the pro tier players, because I can't, I'm just not pro. But it gets aggravating, like the amount of people I run into online that are exhibiting the questionable things, like the account, the odd-looking account, the little trolls and whatnot. It's just nerve-wracking. It's easy to spot. Like it's common sense mostly. You can spot little things, but if you pay attention, some are more bolder than others. Like lag switch, that's questionable. Sometimes it can be the PSN network. Sometimes it can be person intentionally lag switching. When it comes to lag switch, the best way to spot is to see how in favor it is of the opposing player than it is to you. Because if it were the PSN network, it would affect both more equally. Then you gotta see, if they're exploiting the actual lag to their advantage. Like if they know it's lagging for them, for against the other player, and they're using that, then there's something probably amiss. There's probably something being exploited, done, lag switch, whatever. And then the modded account hides that. Making fresh accounts, whether modded or not, they are used to mask such activities. And usually when things align, the name, the character, the use of character, the use of loadout, the use of weapon, depending on game, when it all lines up and more than one factor comes into play, then it's kind of a no-brainer. Like something is definitely not right. Something is being done against you on purpose. So, but yeah, I think that about wraps up what I gotta say. But you definitely gotta look at it from a social standpoint. You definitely gotta look at the social factors, like what's trending, in the gaming community. What's driving people to do this or that? What's popular on YouTube in regards to competitive gaming? You know, is a game being hyped? You know, are people flocking to a game because they want to look good? You know, or whatnot. Or is there griefing going on? Like, is there channels that actually you know, cover these sort of griefing culture or trolling culture or modding culture? You know, believe it or not, there are some channels about PS4 modding going on, and they don't hide it. I mean, you just type in a search on YouTube, and you'll find some stuff on there. Yeah, but think that's about wraps it up though. If you enjoyed the stream, if you didn't, you know, whatever. It's just on here to offer my little 2 cents worth in regards to the problem that is modding, and the problem that is toxic community within within competitive gaming. Got lost there a second, but yeah, that's about it. I close it on that note. Talk to you later. Hope the audio wasn't crap. You know, I'll find out soon enough though. And yeah, talk to you later.